Hello again, gamers. Welcome back to the Board Game Captain. I'm the Captain, and today we're going to be reviewing and showing you how to play Crokinole. Crokinole is a classic game from the 1800s in Canada. It is a dexterity game, and we're not going to really show the components here because you're going to see them all out when we're playing. I have a nice Crokinole board that I ordered from a maker who handmade it in Canada. So if you would like to support the channel, there are links in my description down below to my Patreon where you can get access to early release videos and behind the scenes videos. There's also a link to my Teespring store where you can get some cool gamer gear, t-shirts and mugs. And there's also a link to BoardGameCaptain.com, which is a great hub for all things Board Game Captain. But without any further ado, we're going to jump right into it. We're going to show you how to play a full game of Crokinole, and then we're going to come back. And I'm going to come back with all my friends, and we're going to talk about this game, how it feels, how it plays, and we're going to rate it and review it. Okay, so here we are set up to play a 4-player game of Crokinole. So you sit across from your partner. So I'm sitting on this side of the table.
I'm Alex, I'm over here.
I'm Lynn, I'm over here.
I'm Sabrina, I'm right here.
So we are playing guys versus gals, and we're going to start off, I'll go first. Whoever goes first, it will rotate around the table for the next person. When there are no opponent pucks on the board, you are trying to aim to end it in the center ring. If you're at least partially in the center ring, like any of these positions, it will stay on the board. If you drop it in the center hole, that's 20 points, and you pull it off the board and drop it in your 20 cup. Now, Alex and I will be using this 20 cup, while Lynn and Sabrina will be using the blue one there. If you are having a puck on the board, and your opponents, it's their turn to go, they must ricochet their puck off one of your pucks on the board to be able to stay on the board. At the end of the game, anything that had been taken off because it went in the center ring is worth 20 points. Anything that stayed on the board and ended in this ring is worth 15 points. Anything that's on the line or in the next ring is worth 10, and anything on that line or in the next ring is worth 5. So any other specific rule situations that come up, I'll explain when they come up, but I'm going to get going. I'm going to get a little of the wax powder for my puck here, and I'm going to give it a shot right to the center of the board, hopefully. So now I did not make it to the 20 ring, but it stays on there, so now that it's Sabrina's shot, she must have it, her puck hit mine to stay on the board. So it did not, so it gets knocked off. So now it is Alex's turn, but he has a free shot at the 20. So we might be able to take a lead, but no, we were not able to. But now it is Lynn's turn, and she is going to have to hit one of our pucks. Oh. So now it is my turn. I'm going to move my 20 cup here. I'm going to lean a little bit and try to knock another one in the middle. Maybe. Oh, it's on the line. It gets to stay. So now it is a target-rich environment.
Yes, you should be able to hit one of these.
Yeah, unfortunately, we still weren't able to get any of the. Yeah, and the shot always has to start touching the outer ring. Nice. See, that was good. It hit one of our pucks. It knocked our puck down to a lower ring, and now Sabrina's puck gets to stay on the board because it hit one of ours.
Now I have to hit it.
Yes, you have to hit that. But that's a tough shot.
Nope.
Okay, now it's lucky that didn't hit any others of ours, because if that had hit some of ours and not hit Sabrina's, the ones that hit of ours would have also come off. That could have been really bad. So that's good. It hit mine. It didn't knock it out, but Lynn's puck does get to remain on the board. So I'm going to go after Lynn's because it is just the easier puck to hit.
Inviting.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
And it did not touch the outer ring, so it stays.
Yes. All right.
Nope. Happens to the best of us.
No.
Nice.
So what are you doing?
See, this is a tough one here, because like if I try to knock this into that, and it doesn't hit it, they're both off, I'm going to go after that. Because if I miss, it's not that big a deal. We're currently winning by the... Oh, wait a minute, what about this? You know, never mind, I'm going to do this. Yeah, that was good. that actually works better. I think that works a lot better. What are you doing?
My turn.
I'm sorry. revenge. I missed him last time.
Ooh, very nice, Sabrina. Very nice shot.
Yep, did it again.
Oh. Again, it happens to the... You know what's funny is when the camera was off, you were destroying me a little bit ago.
It's true. Used it all up.
Oh, wow. Nice shot, Lynn.
Ambidextrous.
Yeah, and now look at this. The ladies have turned it around.
Yes.
We are not doing as well as we once were. You know, and that isn't that always the way this goes?
Yeah, 2 posts. Well, me bouncing it off 2 posts without doing anything doesn't help.
Oh, and
no.
that bounced off and back on, so you have to knock that off. We are not doing well.
They're not. Stop. Ooh.
Very nice. Yeah, hey, it stayed on.
Stop it. Put one inside the ring for some reason.
You should have 2.
Yeah. Oh boy. Alright. We gotta create some carnage here. Let's see if we can make it through the wickets here.
This is either going to be really amazing or really terrible.
terrible.
Oh. Ooh, that makes me feel better because Lynn's a better player than me. And when she misses like that, it does make me feel a little better. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go for it. Oh, I destroyed myself. I think the ladies have got us. I think they have got us. I was gonna say because Lynn's got the hammer this round. Wow. Okay, that deserves a high five. That was amazing. Great shot, Sabrina.
Damn it!
We have
4 in a row.
We have thoroughly self-destructed.
Yeah, we did.
We started off with such a wonderful lead.
Yeah, no.
And that was an amazing... Okay, for the strategery,
Yes.
because that was an amazing strategic move. Lynn looked at the board. She said, Sabrina and I are killing. We don't need all these extra points. So now on our scoreboard, we give 2 points to Lynn and Sabrina for winning that round. If you win... which obviously they have because this and this is worth 15 points. This and this is each worth 10. No one got any 20 points, but Alex and I only have one 15-pointer left on the board. They get 2 points towards the winning of the game. If we had tied, we would each get 1 point. First team to 5 points wins. So that is how you play a game of Crokinole. So now we're going to head back over to the table. We're going to talk about how this game plays and how it feels, and we're going to rate it and review it. So that was how you play a game of Crokinole. So I was playing the game, obviously, with Lynn, myself, Alex, and Sabrina here. Now, we all play Crokinole with each other, and we do play it with those same teams that we used during the example fairly often, and we lose fairly often.
Yes.
All right, so first off, I want to throw out, does anyone... Now, this is a classic game. This is a classic game review. Does anybody in the group have any glaring negatives they would like to draw attention to about Crokinole? Go ahead.
The cost.
That's a fairly good point.
It is expensive.
Those
yes.
boards cost like upwards of $200.
Oh, this one costs over $300.
Whatever. I mean,
Yeah, they're
isn't
expensive.
300 more than 200.
True.
I mean,
They're not cheap. They're not cheap. So this one was a professionally made, handmade Crokinole board by a guy who's both a carpenter and plays occasionally in the World Championship of Crokinole. So it was. I wanted to get a nice board.
It's got a good vintage to it.
Yeah, but they're not cheap. You want to get a good board; it's not going to be cheap, and also even the shipping is going to be a lot because the boards weigh a ton.
Yeah.
And it's not, unless you're in Canada near someone who makes it, you're not going to be able to just like go over and pick it up. It's not the sort of thing you even usually see in like board game stores or whatnot. So yeah, cost is a good point. Anyone else with some negatives?
It's big. It takes up quite a bit of space, but you can store it sideways if you had to. So
You can.
It's not that big of a deal.
But then if you want to store it sideways and you're using the powder, as a negative, you got to clean the powder out. I store it on the table, but I put that table in a corner.
Right. So
I use a card table for
You
it.
almost have to like designate a table for it, or go through the cleaning it up and resetting it up every time if you want to store it on it.
These are, both of you had really good negatives that I didn't think of, but as soon as you said them, I totally agree with.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Neither of them have anything to do with
The game.
gameplay, though.
Yeah. Okay, so I had no negatives of my own. How about you, Sabrina? Did you have any negatives of your own? Now, I'm going to talk to you, Sabrina, for a second. Okay, so you and I didn't think of any negatives, but I totally agree with theirs. What did you think of their negatives?
It's true.
It is true, right?
Yeah.
It's expensive, and it takes up a lot of space, and it is something that, okay, positives, though. Now, I want to start with a positive. I think Sabrina and I should start with positives because you guys monopolize the negatives. So I'm going to say, okay, positive. And this one is linked to Lynn's negative about being expensive. If you get a nice Crokinole board, it's going to be like, and this is also linked to Alex's negative too. It's taking up a bunch of space, but it's going to be the sort of thing you point out to people. You're like, oh, yes, I got a handmade Crokinole board from a lovely carpenter up in Toronto. It's the sort of thing you're going to point out to people. It's going to look really nice out. It's a display piece. What about, now, Sabrina, how about you for a positive on Crokinole?
Super easy to play.
Super easy to learn, super easy to teach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I was going to say, because, how long did it take us, I don't know if you can remember because we've been playing Crokinole for a while, but do you remember how long it took us to teach you how to play Crokinole?
30 seconds.
I was going to say, the rules are very easy.
Yeah.
So how about, Lynn, you got any positives you want to throw out?
It's fun.
It is very enjoyable. Alex?
It is. It's surprisingly difficult. It looks so simple when you're watching it, but to get the feel and to put the pucks where you want them, I think we demonstrated how poorly we played, how hard it can be.
It can be very difficult.
But you watch it and you're like, "Well, just put it in the thing, come on!" But it's actually surprisingly hard, which is one of the neatest things about it.
Because there's a lot to learn.
Yes,
there's room to
sure.
grow.
And you could play it for your whole life.
And you watch the professionals do it, and you're like, oh my god, it's so easy. But then you try it, and you're like, no, not easy at all. This game is tons of fun. Would everyone at this table agree that this game is tons of fun?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Any other positive people want to throw out? I mean, it's a fairly simple game, but like you said, easy to learn, lifetime to master. You guys both put that very well.
Yeah.
Easy to learn, lifetime to master. Simple game, lots of room to grow though and expand. Any other positives anyone wants to throw out about this game?
It's like a perfect group game. Like it's
fantastic for four players.
Participatory. Like everybody is involved, and it's fast paced and it moves around a lot.
I even like to spectate at this game.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw this out there. I like to watch other people play this game.
Yeah.
I don't even need to be playing. I could be sitting back with beer, other people playing. I'll enjoy myself. I'm fine.
It's excellent.
Anything else? Anything anyone else wanted to add about Crokinole before we review it?
No, I think we're good.
No.
Okay. All right. So how should we do this? Should we just
go first?
You want to go first?
Go down the line.
Yeah, we can do that. We can go down the line.
Yeah,
okay. Now, so Crokinole is a very simple game. It is a dexterity game. It is a flicking game. But it's been around for like 150 years at this point.
Right.
You got to figure with the kind of popularity this game has had and the staying power it's had for like 150 years, that this game is good. And we did figure that, so I bought a copy, and I'm glad I did because I really enjoy playing it. All that said, everything we talked about, how many stars out of 10 would you give to Crokinole, Lynn?
8.
I'm right there with you. 8 is a really good score. I'm going to give it an 8 as well. 8, of course, means you really love it. You have to play it a lot, and you enjoy playing it. And specifically, I like playing this with 4 players more than 2 players. I like 2 players, but I love Team Crokinole. Team Crokinole is fantastic. I never have a bad time playing Team Crokinole. 8 stars out of 10 also.
Yeah, I can go 8.5.
Wow.
I like the 4-player. There's more smack talking. You get a little encouragement. You can yell at each other a little bit more. I think that's a lot of fun. But yeah, it's a great party game. It's good for 2 people. It's great for, you could rotate players in and out. You could have tournaments with it. It's endless how much different ways you can use the game and have a good time.
I would lose, but I would definitely play in a tournament of it.
There you go.
I would.
Right, yeah.
And Sabrina, how many stars out of 10 would you give to Crokinole?
Let's go with 9.
9.
Wow, yeah.
Wow. Okay, so all our scores range from an 8 to a 9. You can obviously tell we are all big fans of Crokinole.
Yeah.
8, 8.5, and 9 stars respectively.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, this game is amazing fun. So here's the thing: if you like dexterity games and you think that this kind of pub game looks like a good time, it might be worth it to you to pay a few $100 and get yourself a nice Crokinole board for you and your friends.
Well, if you want to play like pool in your house, but you don't have enough room or want to do this is a similar kind of experience at.
It is a very similar game to pool.
lower bar of entry to have it in your house. So
It's definitely cheaper than the pool table.
one of those kinds of games that you can have in your house and play for the rest of your life, and your friends can enjoy it too. So it's a really fun game.
Anything else anyone else wants to add about Crokinole?
No.
No. Well, there you have it. This is obviously 4 thumbs way up. We're all
sure.
big fans.
Right.
I'm so happy. I gotta tell you, this is now like a couple years later. I think I bought that. It's been a few years, right? Since I bought the board.
It was way before the pandemic, so
Yeah, it was a while.
Yeah.
So this is like a couple years later after buying my Crokinole board, and I have to tell you, I am so glad I did. I love my Crokinole board. I love playing it. Lynn and I will play one-on-one, but I really love playing it 4 players. That's where I think this game shines. Really enjoy it. If you have enough money, it's not going to break the bank to buy a Crokinole board, and you think this game looks like fun, I do highly recommend it. I do think it's a great game to play over a few beers. With some pretzels and just have a blast. Sure. It's like not too serious, but can still be very competitive, but also can be just very light and yucking it up, and that's why it's great. And we would all recommend Crokinole to you.
Sure.
So, if you enjoyed this review and tutorial and you'd like to see us do more like it, be sure to give it a like, share it on all forms of social media, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Board Game Captain. That's Captain spelled with a K on YouTube. And until next time. Game on. Oh, hello, baby.
Nico thinks it's tons of fun too. Okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut this out as a puppy blooper.
Puppy blooper.
Yeah, puppy blooper. It's definitely a puppy blooper. Calm down, Nico.
He wants to be on video too.
He's on video all the time.